But I guess sometimes, chat, you just don't get a choice. I'm trying to find Twitter things that I wanted to speak of, but I can't re-find it. Okay, I give up. Oh, get rid of this. Don't we just love the Berserk soundtrack from 2000 and 2000 and can I actually not remember? Is it 2011? Berserk movie trilogy. Not that that song's actually in the movie, because they don't fucking use it the whole thing. Berserk the Golden Age arc. It all came out in like 2 years, huh? 2012 to 2013. True. Okay, we don't need to open this anymore. We'll talk about that later. We got this stuff, and we got, I'm sure, so much more to speak of, chat. Actually, I did make a little list, but, you know, it's hard to know what to start with, what to end with, etc., etc. Oh my god, let's start with the, I was going to check on Twitch, but I can just check by going on my great YouTube channel. That doesn't come up if you do this thingy. What if you put the @ in front of it? You know, sometimes in the search engines that helps. Oh my god, I'm a fucking genius. 5 days seems about right. I was acting like I had other things to check. Oh my god, we can check. Type, you piece of shit. Second, Airy, ENT. Oh yeah, I also said we were going to do that anime shit every stream, but I'm lying, and because I don't have it opened. Oh my god, first thing that comes up, great, the Black Swordsman arc. I should re-listen to this. I have no idea what me and Bacon talk about for 3 hours. And that, oh my god, 60 views. We fell off even harder than Alita thinks we did. This is not good, chat. Oh my god, it's not loading the comments. Not that there's going to be any anyway, chat. I wonder if it's also laggy as fuck. I feel like it shouldn't be. Oh my god. It is just me. Because we both have seen it before. And finally, yes, we are here. It sounds like this microphone. My voice right now, because I haven't introed Bacon. This has to be from more than, 2022. Fuck, that actually isn't that old. I was thinking this was like some 2020 shit. I'm so happy my two favorite YouTubers are back at it again. Berserk, Vinland, Alison. Where's Alfred now? I bet he's forgotten about us. What chapter do we read to? Oh my god, for the next part? Not sure. Part 2's still a way off, I'm afraid. It's okay. The entirety of the Golden Age arc, just to be safe. True. Anyway. Where's my list? Oh yeah. I want to do, Black Lagoon should definitely be out by, like, next weekend. I've watched 5 episodes, and I've decided to not do long notes while I'm watching it, so that way I will actually just watch it. So that should be out relatively soon, because I want to watch at least, like, 2 more episodes tonight. I say more like I've watched some today, but I haven't. But that was one update. I guess we can talk about this. This Megalopolis movie that Francis Ford Coppola is making before he dies. How old is this motherfucker? He's gotta be 80. 85. 1930. The year the war started. And by the war, I mean the second one. My goodness. Oh my god, did his spouse die this year? That's crazy. Or does that just mean they're still married to this day? Truly crazy. What happens when you just are married to an old lady and you're famous? You know, you're supposed to marry a young lady, but it looks like they're still married, or she's dead. Either way, how tragic, Chad. How tragic. Now, this fucking movie came out. He's apparently spent his own money, like $100 million or some shit. There's no way it's actually that much, to make a movie that he wanted to make in like the 80s, but he got distracted doing some other shit. And it's finally come out, and there were some crazy trailers in it. It looks really weird. And apparently it's come out at some film festivals, and people are either saying it's like the worst thing ever or they're loving it or something. It's very funny. I haven't actually read this bit yet, so we're going to live react to this tweet together, chat. Are you excited? I'm excited. Love this little bit from Stephanie Zaka Meteoropolis review. You might laugh at megalopolis. What a word, huh? You might be tempted to walk out, and you wouldn't be wrong to call it self-indulgent. But then, haven't we had enough movies that are audience-indulgent, seeking only to appease, and never, ever to offend? Legions of fanboys and girls who have very specific ideas about what they want from entertainment. We're just calling out Marvel and Star Wars, they both suck. I found myself almost literally leaning closer to the screen during Megalopolis, trying to grasp exactly what Coppola is seeking to communicate. I might have caught about a third of it, at best, but I'll take a messy, imaginative sprawl of waxen, tasteful experience any day. Oh my god, I thought this was going to be a negative one because I only read the first line, but it was actually a positive one. And then there's Letterboxd tweeting out the range of reviews, which is very interesting. These ratings make me even more hyped to see this movie. Oh, true. True. Why aren't I following Letterboxd if they're making funny tweets like this? I need to know when movies are coming out. It seems like all of these movies, some Emma Stone movie also came out today. 2020 films so far. Number 1 is Dune 2, some shit box office, just what that lady was talking about, some shit fucking pop audience-pleasing shit. And we got Challenges, that's sick. There's a threesome in it. Mean Girls, that was like a musical or something, and it's a remake of that old movie, Mean Girls. And then we got Civil War, Alito's favorite movie, and Monkey Man, which I think is an Indian movie. But that might just be the racist in me, chat, Anyway, oh my god, we got to be following Letterboxd now. That's where I'll get all my media-related news. A 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, described by some as a truly insufferable mess, while others can call it a crazy work of crazy ambitious madmen. I got 7+ minutes standing ovation at Cannes, along with some booze. When all these fucking critics go to these film festivals, do they actually boo shit? That would be hilarious. I feel like I've heard that before, like in a YMS video where because general people can go to, I have no idea what a film festival is. In my head, it's like literally on like a field and there's like white stages set up and they're in like white covers and shit. And then there's like seats on grass, but maybe there's a little tarp over the grass and you just watch a movie and you go, oh, I love movies. Look at all these other people here that love movies. We're so smart. That's what in my mind it is. But I think what it is it's just like rented out at like a popular theater, like a popular is in like a famous theater, and you just go between them. What experience do I have thinking about film festivals? YMS used to always talk about going to them for like 10 years. And then I feel like I was watching a film buff reaction, and he talked about how he was standing in line at a film festival and someone spoiled Attack on Titan for him or something. And then I was like, if this idiot film buff can get in, you must just be able to get in. Do you have to pay like $20,000 to enter? I have no idea. I don't even know where this is. I assume this is a place. France! Oh my god, I love Italy. I mean, I love France. They have the best cinema. Oh my god, did you like my French accent just now, chat? But anyway, when is it actually coming out? Because it'll come out like a year before it actually comes out at these goddamn stupid-ass film festivals. 2024, is that all we got right now? Initial release. That's fake, chat. Don't... Oh my god, if it went in doubt... No, it's not out. If I look up Hoyts Australia, it's not going to be there for me to watch tomorrow. And I don't watch movies in Australia, chat. We know this. I don't want to look up. I don't want to dox the theater I would look up. So we got this. We got Challenges. We got Deadpool and Wolverine that by virtue of ironically watching Tyrone Magnus videos, I'm now excited to see. There's so many movies I got to keep track of, chat. I think I might just watch Dune. Because Alita redid it, and I'm never going to read that stupid fucking book. There's like 6 of them, though. Maybe I should. I'm never going to read that fucking book. I can't even read Game of Thrones, and I love that shit. There was something else where I was like, I should just give up and watch the movies. It was another book thing. But I can't remember what it is. Maybe it was the 3 Body Problem Netflix show. Because I'm like, oh, it's a book. I should probably read it. Shogun, I guess, is like that. But I don't really have any interest in Shogun. There's a bunch of things I've been thinking about that would be good. I really should watch One Piece and Cowboy Bebop live action. I should watch Fallout. I should watch a bunch of these goddamn things. I should watch Rings of Power Season 1. Will I ever do any of those things, chat? I'm sure I'll do one of them by the end of the year. You can count on that. But anyway, Megalopolis. I want to watch the threesome movie, though. That's the one we want to watch. It's got Zendaya in it. She's getting kissed on both neck. She's got 2 of them. It's crazy. Oh my god, Mad Men ended not even 10 years ago. I in my head, even though I absolutely know for a fact that it's 2015, it was like longer. I'm like, Mad Men's old, obviously. But no, it's like new. I was in like grade 9 when Mad Men finished, and that's like modernity. So that's crazy. But anyway, that kind of made me feel happy today. I was like, oh, it's only 9 years ago. This is sick. My video's not coming out tomorrow, chat. Don't start be asking, because I'm not recording right now because I changed it. And that's what I said in this tweet. You should have gone to see the tweet. Me announcing stream, me announcing video, me adding Grand Coliseum to the thingy because, you know, I didn't want to do the post-game stuff even though I think that's what the game was made for. And I rolled credits and there's no more Pokemon to catch and I've already built my team, so who cares? Now, chat, what was in my team? We had all 3 Reggies because I wanted to be sick and cool. Then there's a Flygon. I cut Lantern towards the end. There was a Scizor. He was pretty cool. And what was the last one? It wasn't Aggron, it wasn't Rhydon or Rhyhorn. Which one's the last one? Rhydon. I used both of those, but not towards the end. Oh my god, it was Weezing! I was just a Weezing. That was my sick Pokemon team for Grand Coliseum. Weezing was kind of shit, though. Oh my god. Bot-liked tweet. That's great. Anyway, that's all the great tweets, I'm pretty sure. I wonder what me and Bacon are talking about here. Can you please load?
It just shows like the guy is still learning, which I think is very safe to say. But if you...
Oh my god, I bet Bacon's like, man, he's still learning his art at this point. Soy? Nobody's ever said this before. Soy? Jockey Bacon, can you believe him?
Voice, so, Urarasa, he also did... Urasawa, I think... Sorry, I can't remember how you...
Now he's trying to flex his stupid 20th Century Boys knowledge.
But if you look at any of his work, he did Monster, 20th Century Boys...
Yeah, bro, I know.
Look at any of his work. Like, the economy of line he has when he draws something is probably some of the highest in any manga, right? Like, every single line...
I love lining, brother. I want to hear some Teresa banter.
I think this is one thing...
More of an emotional hook.
Yeah, I think actually when we initially read it, when I read it back 7 months ago, I actually only read the Snake Baron chapter, because to me, that almost encapsulates my entire... I completely forgot about this chapter. I was like, oh wait, yeah, this is a story. I forgot about this story.
Oh my god, he's talking about Cloette and her father, or grandfather, or something. It's just a silly song. This is just a wrestling video that we're not going to watch. I don't even know truly why I had that up. I really should listen to that. I'm probably not going to. Oh my god, new Billie Eilish album, chat. It was pretty boring. But I always think that when I first listen to things. Smash or Pass Lord of the Rings. I've never watched the movies. I bet that's a great video. I have no idea why I'm getting recommended Smash or Pass videos. Or Billie Eilish reactions by that. Oh yeah, this was my other thing. Oh my god, this is where we can talk about things. Oh my god, I actually do have this anime channel open up. Me and Alita did a anime openings trivia quiz on his stream. You know, I definitely won. Oh my god, Mushoku Tensei is in the thumbnail for this one. Don't worry, I would destroy him. Oh my god, 2000 Bangers Edition. I would destroy Alita in this. I'm pretty sure I destroyed him in the modern one too. Can you guess the anime by its characters? Oh, I certainly can. Chief, that's Promised Neverland right there. Anyway, try not to sing or dance. I just couldn't, chat. There's no way. But anyway. Do I have the Shaves AMVs? I've been playing Pokemon Stadium, chat, a lot. For the Nintendo Online Nintendo 64 thingy. Now, a lot of people will lie to you. They'll tell you you can't even play Pokemon Stadium without the Game Boy games, and because you can connect them and use your Game Boy game teams. Now, obviously, you can't do that in the online because, first of all, they're not on the Game Boy fucking online thing because they're never going to just sell main series Pokemon games and group them into a thing when they can sell them all for $20 each. What, are you fucking kidding me? But they're not even selling them for $20 each on Switch because the Pokemon Company doesn't like to do that. I don't fucking know. Pokemon Company doesn't even make those decisions. I'm pretty sure they're 1/3 of the thingy with Game Freak and also Nintendo. But that's besides the point. Now, the point of that, as I was saying, what was I saying, chat? Oh yeah, so they're like, oh, this game's useless, and they expect you to pay for your Nintendo Online. It's useless. But there's rental Pokemon you can use in the game, and it's not like Pokemon Battle Revolution where the rental Pokemon are useless at the beginning and you can't actually beat the whole game with them. Though I think I've just misconstrued that Battle Revolution point, because I think if you play Pokemon Battle Revolution and you progress, you actually do unlock more rental passes than just the default ones you start with, which are like the Kanto starters, Dragonair, Rhydon, and Pidgeot, I think, and then the Sinnoh starters, it's Staraptor, Gabite, and I can't remember the sixth one. That's interesting. Fuck, if I thought about it, I definitely could. I'm too curious now. The point is, there's like full rentals and you can play this game. Now, I don't know if you can beat the hardest battles in it, but I'm going to try, chat. I beat all of the Pokeball League through Master Ball League, and then I was trying the weak Pokemon one, and I got to the 7th one and then lost like 3 times and got mad and stopped playing. But I'm going to keep playing that. Now, Pokemon Battle Revolution, not Stargazer Coliseum Set 4. Rental passes. Oh my god, there's a whole wiki, Bulbapedia argument thingy on them. Alright, I was correct about this one. Everybody jerk me off. Oh, Luxio. Obviously, chat. I mean, who wouldn't know that? By playing through the game, players unlock additional battle passes that can be earned by using them to defeat the Gateway Coliseum, beginning trainer in Ninja after beating the waterfall. Oh, so you get these at different points. Do they have, like, themes? They probably do. Like, this is... No, there's no type similarities. And it is generally a little stronger. Mightyena with all the fangs is interesting. That's interesting. Oh my god, Lopunny. That's on my actual team that I use to play this game. What basically happened, chat, is I was trying to beat this game, and then I was like, oh, I can't really beat it with the team I have in the game, which is an old Platinum team. Now, I'm not going to name off all of the fucking Pokemon in there, but Lopunny was one of them. And so I was like, okay, I should beat Platinum again, and then build a team to beat all the hardest, whatchamacallits, all the hardest battles in Battle Revolution. But then I was like, fuck it, I may as well do the hardest battles in all of the Stadium-type games. So in Stadium 1, Stadium 2, Coliseum, XD, and Battle Revolution. And then I was like, fuck, there's still that Pokemon Coliseum ROM hack that I want to play, so I should probably do that first, then start with Stadium 1. So that's what I just added to my media checklist, tick that one off. So now I gotta play Stadium, Stadium 1, Coliseum, XD, then I gotta play Platinum, and then I'll continue on from there into Battle Revolution. I just thought I could play like Emerald, and then use my Emerald team to beat the Ore Coliseum stuff, and that could be cool. I actually have to think about that, because that does seem pretty cool. But anyway, none of these teams seem especially good. Like, I don't know if you could beat the game with any of these. Like, we're still in, like, unevolved Pokemon territory. But okie dokie. Anyway. I don't know. Oh, I brought that up because I was looking at my notes. Because I'm trying to get to the Berserk talk, chat. Shabe's AMVs, I was like, oh, maybe we should watch Shabe AMVs. They're fun. Because I made Elite rewatch one last night, the Glimpse of Us one, and he liked it. But then he wouldn't watch any of the other ones. But I guess I don't even know if the 1001 Nights one counts, because it is like kind of a video essay. But then there's the fucking sick Gunbuster one, bro, with the cool song. But anyway, that's that point. How do we talk about the Berserk stuff? I guess. So I was watching a bunch of these Berserk videos. A bunch of these have now changed, and I'm like, I should watch a bunch of Berserk videos. I've actually figured out a way to use this to my advantage, using all these Berserk videos to make it into a video, but I'll talk about that later. I have since watched 2 totally not Berserk videos, and I concluded, and I messaged Miller this in the Discord server, I tried to ask for forgiveness, but he wouldn't grant it to me. I think the first 2 totally not Berserk videos are really good. And historically, I've just laughed and shitted on Totally Not Mark for being cringe and lame. And I'd never really actually watched any of his videos. That's not true. I'd watched like half of his first One Piece one, and I was like, this is fucking abysmal. This is just recap and nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I think recently I watched like his like, which Dragon Ball Z version should you watch? And where he explains like all the fuck ups with the Dragon Ball Z home releases. And I was like, oh, this is actually a really good video. It's like helpful and useful, and it outlines all the information. It seems really accurate, and it even goes into some of the smaller details I'd probably care about, etc. And then I think he made an AI video, and Ari hated it, so I was like, haha, obviously Totally Not Mark sucks. And then there was an Attack on Titan controversy where he made an Attack on Titan ending video, but then he didn't actually write it. His like editor wrote it or some shit. And everybody was mad about that, and I was like, Totally Not Mark sucks. And then I watched these videos, and I thought they were good. Now, can I remember anything he said in these videos that I thought was impressive? Let's go to, oh my god, it's the G Fuel sponsorship that has the most. Oh my god, Zahn, everybody, let's watch some boxing. I love boxing. Anybody else love boxing?
What am I doing?
Oh my god, I love the Berserk memes.
I think if you were to ask anyone who's...
Anyway, he was slobbing on the knob of the Golden Age, on the Black Swordsman arc, like I was finna do, chap. And like all the points to, he's like, oh my god, they're like hiding Guts' real personality through this, and it's so well done. Puck is here, and his inclusion is so well done, and the Cal and Teresa, and this is how they tie in thematically, and this is all interesting. I can't wait to see what's next. And at the beginning of this one, he does do the Golden Age fucking is way better, bro. Oh my god, this is the greatest manga arc I've ever read. Soy, soy, soy. But it was like good.
Of its subject matter, humanity. Holding a mirror.
Now that sounded a little soy, chat. I'm telling you, it was good. It's all about humanity,
A
chat.
particular training session with Guts and his drunken.
He does say Gambino doesn't care about Guts, so that's a little
by the
weird, but...
composed and almost emotionless
Oh yeah, and he spends like 20 minutes on this scene and how it's the greatest thing and how they're juxtaposed and every little bit of their character designs are juxtaposed. He does throw in some soy lines every once in a while, chat, because I remember he says like, oh, it's not... This is like more depth than every other manga has. You know how people say that?
Expression of Griffith.
It's
From a
funny.
visual perspective, this fight, even in its opening exchanges, has more working in its favor than so
See?
many others.
He just
And
said
given
it.
that I know what the relationship amounts to later, seeing this first proper clash, I was extremely invested. And I haven't even mentioned the best part of the fight, the actual fight. This altercation was made
Soy
with
fights
understand-
suck.
with which Miura
Griffin.
introduces and builds
Oh yeah, the YouTube does a thing now where it auto does some timestamps for you, and it does it for this video, like Griffin and Ska over here.
this character up over the course of the narrative is not only enjoyable, but also creates suspense. In a sense, it's difficult to discuss Griffith in any meaningful capacity without referring to his effect on other people in the greater story. Stories are, after all, normally about conflict, typically between 2 or more characters, but Griffith...
See, this is all soy chat, okay? I promise it was good.
Almost exclusively through how he speaks and how others view him. Throughout the entire...
Oh, he even figured out Berserk is about implication.
The story that I've read for the purposes of this video, from the beginning to the morning of departure, chapter 3, virtually no internal dialogue is given to us as readers from Griffith's perspective. Now, many of you at this point might be saying, so, who cares if we don't see his internal yammerings? What does that matter? Well, it matters primarily because this arc deals with the interpersonal relationships between many different characters, many of which include Griffith as a primary player. And without his internal monologue to let us as viewers into understanding what he's honestly thinking, it achieves elegantly and precisely just the right dynamic that allows this arc to work as well as it does. It gives us all the information we need, but doesn't tell us what to do with that information. Off the back of the prologue, the cast surrounding Guts explodes as we get to know the band of the Hawk through the likes of Casca, Judo, Corcus, Pippin, Rickard, etc. But notice how I didn't mention Griffith. While Griffith plays an enormous role in the success of this arc, we don't really at any point get to know him like we do the other characters, and certainly not on the same level as we do with the likes of Casca and Guts. We do receive quiet moments with just Griffith and Guts from time to time, but the only reason I'm sure of those instances is due to Griffith's scarcity in the narrative. Let's take these scenes for example. There are a number of scenes where Guts and Griffith talk and...
He's gonna say you gotta figure it out for yourself. That's so cool, brother. And you know, that's what we were always saying about Berserk. And even those other characters he names, what does Judo think about Griffith? He has a monologue one time about it, but then there's a bunch of other interactions that obviously Judo has to register and think some sort of way. And how did Judo think when the eclipse was happening? And these are things you can speculate and think about because Berserk is good, chat. And there's that 1,000 times with the actual characters, not just shitty Judo. But he went through a bunch of things that were good, alright? So, Totally Not Mark is good now. Is this the lolly dude? I still have only watched like 7 minutes of this video. And I actually thought his like intro 7 minutes here was pretty good. Pause it! Because he talked about a bunch of like influences that Berserk had apparently, and they're all really good. Oh my god, I love this live performance. Oh my god, we love Lily Allen. I don't think any of these other videos I've actually watched. That's the super eye patch wolf one. Anyway, the point of this is I have since last time we streamed, my goal was to make this video pretty quickly. And this video kept frustrating me a little bit, and I got to a point where I was rewriting old stuff, and then I was like, I hate all this old stuff. Let me just make notes of the points in it, and then I'll rewrite the script from the ground up, and then it'll be good. But I've still got to do all this shit. And then sometimes I read this stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's actually okay. And I'm basically just gonna write this same thing now, so I should just rewrite it, bro. And then I'm just like, oh, fuck this goddamn video. And this video, I thought I underestimated what most other Berserk videos were, because I thought they were all retarded. But everybody's made this point. Like in every Black Swordsman video I've watched so far, everybody makes the point about how Guts isn't really himself, and they're hiding himself, and oh my god, this is like him at his worst, and Puck brings out the best in him, Lamau soy. Now, I'm pretty sure I have notes at the bottom where I take it in a more interesting direction. Oh, yeah, because they talk about identity a little bit more, but that's just philosophy jacking off of bullshit, frankly, chat. What are my notes here? Eye representation, scratch, heart, saying something about defending who you are, mask. Oh my god, that's in a new video now. Teardrop, puzzles identity, Amos 2, hiding us underneath, reveal. Okay, I need that part for a different video. Anyway, this is not the next video anymore. The next video now is this Berserk and Corpses video. I might, if I don't have anything else to do on stream, like go through this more thoroughly, because this kind of it's kind of like a simple point which is what I originally thought the video was going to be, which was like this first page. And now it's become about a second thing, a more thematic thing, which I think is a genius point, chat. But it could also be wrong. So I want to go over that a little bit. But I've also made this document now, and I'm going to use this for my reread. Now, I actually haven't reread anything actually yet. I reread like 3/4 of the first Black Swordsman chapters, the first chapter of Berserk. Just as I was going through looking examples for that Masks video. Now, I'm not rereading the fucking Black Swordsman arc again. I'll kill myself before I do that. And even, like, the Gambino stuff, I'm like, bro, I already did that. Why do I gotta do it again? I'll speed read, okay? But, what was I saying? Oh, but I'm gonna have to start reading the Golden Age. And what I basically want to do is I want to have like my video ideas down and then sort of put the notes in where they are like, where they apply basically. And I'm trying to figure out how to best structure this stuff. Because basically how I had it is like, I had like 4 Black Swordsman videos I wanted to make, which was these 3 and then the Teresa one. So the first one is the mask one about how Guts is wearing a mask in the Black Swordsman arc and identity and stuff, and who is the real Guts and stuff. And then we've got this one, which is just about structure in Berserk and how the Black Swordsman arc is important and how you shouldn't skip it, and also this is how Berserk's structure works. And then this one is an interesting one about the retcons in the Black Swordsman arc and whether or not we have retconned it or not. And because it's kind of a soft retcon, where it's not even really a retcon if you want to ignore it, but if you don't ignore it, it's pretty obvious that Femto and Guts aren't really acting the way they should in the Black Swordsman arc, etc., and certain little other things are off. And then there's just a video about how the Count and Teresa are great, bro, I promise. And it seemed in my head like, oh, I've reread the Black Swordsman arc, I know it almost perfectly, I would say. I can write these videos, and they can be self-contained to the Black Swordsman arc. Because I want to make Berserk videos now, and I don't want to wait till I do a reread, which is going to take months, obviously. But there was always a bit of me that was hung up on that, like, oh, that's not a good idea. You should probably reread the whole thing before you fucking do this goddamn thing. But by the time I reread the whole thing, my recollection of the Black Swordsman shit is going to be hazy. So it's like, well, then shit's just never going to get made. So there's always a push and pull there. But then I was like... But then basically I was running into trouble with this video, so I was like, fuck it. Fuck this goddamn video. Maybe I'll make this one. And then I think on a whim I just started writing this one, because fuck it. This one is not really about the Black Swordsman arc much. I did get the idea of it from reading the first chapter again. And basically seeing the panel where Guts comes out of the corpses. And now I think I should do this. And basically, I am going to reread it. Now, I might make this video and some of these videos as I'm rereading it too. Like, I might not wait till the end. I think, because in this, I think there's sort of errors in Berserk. Like, Black Swordsman to the end of Conviction is kind of like one era, and then the rest of it is like the second era, where it's sort of like old Berserk and new Berserk, I would say. Where everything's kind of resolved but Casca. Like, by the end of that. At least by the end of the Hill of Swords. Where it's like, the only thing left is to get Kingdom and get Casca. And, we were always like, oh, how are they going to come back into conflict again? Obviously, this is Griffith and Guts, but, just kidnap the bitch. And that seems like an easy workaround. Now, that's not entirely true, but basically in this video, I want to talk about Guts and his Black Swordsman era. And to talk about that properly, you probably have to reread Lost Children. But then you probably have to reread Conviction too, because that's when he, like, breaks it. But then, if you want to talk about who Guts truly is or whatever, you kind of have to have an overview of everything. Though he is kind of a static character after, like, the end of Conviction. Or after the Hill of Swords, at least. Or after Puck says, let's take her to Elfhelm. So you can kind of make the full Guts video at that point. Like, there's slight bits of development there where it's like, oh, he gets Casca back, and how does that affect him? And he talks about Griffith positively for, like, the first time ever. How did, like, what a sign of growth. He has his family, the new family. What a sign of growth. But none of those are really, like, personality shifts. So that's, like, a hang-up on that video. The structure one, shouldn't you, like, have the whole structure in your mind when you talk about that? Which I think I could do, because it's all in broad strokes for this one. And this one I'm almost certain I can do, because I'm pretty sure I'm right about all that stuff. The other problem is, in doing these videos, I kind of want to reference, like, if I was to make this video, I'd probably want to, like, at least go to the pages of the Hill of Swords moment to see, like, I'm 99% sure they don't reference the last time they met, and they act like it's the first time they've met post-eclipse. But just to make sure. And then if I did that, I know I would, like, read pages. But I don't want to re-experience the Hill of Swords, like, out of context by reading a few pages and be like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, I want to reread it in, like, in full context, having reread the whole series up until that point, because you'll better appreciate sort of pacing and build-up and everything, and not just recollect off your first watch-through. So you run into things there where it's like, well, I don't want to do that. Again, it's a double-edged sword. But anyway, I've ended up making this video. I'm going to put this video out and see basically how well it does, and then decide if I, like, hold off on Berserk videos after that and maybe do, like, a Last of Us video or something while I'm rereading Berserk. But yeah, we'll see. I want to talk more about this, and then I have some unscripted things, and I want to talk about some of these other video ideas. It is funny how with, like, Berserk, and especially The Last of Us, like, if you're just watching a shitty video, or if you're rereading it, you're flooded with new video ideas, and, like, oh my god, I thought about this once, and this is a great point, and this is how everything ties in thematically. It's really cool. Attack on Titan has that a little bit too. With Attack on Titan, you're always unsure if it actually is, like, a through line, or if it's just incompetence, but we love old Attack on Titan. So yeah, those are all cool. Now I want to make a Gambino and Shizu video because the one thing I have noticed is I don't like how most people talk about Gambino. And I don't see people bringing up like the great moment where Guts grabs both of their hands as they're in trouble, and it's the cutest goddamn thing ever. And I don't think people tie this back into Guts. Like, Guts' resolution after sleeping with Casca, after basically overcoming his, like, trauma, is to remember Gambino fondly. And a lot of people, like, I was watching Real Life Ryan do that tier list. I don't know if he did that recently or I just got recommended it recently. And he was just like, oh, yeah, Gambino's a total piece of shit, F tier, or whatever. And I feel like the Totally Not Mark video talks about it like that, too. But I think thematically the point is that Gambino was, like, a good father at most times. Well, not a good father, but, like, a caring father sometimes. And it's like, the whole point is, oh, now I can look back at the fond memories and remember them rather than the bad memories because it's sort of like the monkey off his back. So there's interesting things to talk about there, though that would be a short one. The Berserk Royal Family, these are just character videos I've wanted to make, and the Vandeminian one down here that I've wanted to make for ages, same with the Teresa one. I've been talking about these literal video ideas for, like, 5 years, unironically. I have gone back and forth a few times about whether or not I should just make a big video called, like, Berserk's extended cast and nuanced character writing or something, and just make, like, a 3-hour video where I talk about the canon, then I talk about Teresa, and then I talk about the royal family, and then I'd probably make a separate video for Salat, but if we were to include him there, and then the Vandeminian extended family, and then, I don't know, like, Jill would definitely get her own video, and all that. Though after watching that goddamn Masked Man video where he basically says everything there is to say about the Jill shit from what I remember. Hold on, he already made that video, is what I was trying to say. Oh my god, everything ties into this goddamn video. I think I'm making the definitive Berserk thematic analysis here. Undo, bullet point. Oh my god, Elite Ari's here and the gain's up apparently. This is what I get for streaming in the dark. Oh my god, it's fully up. This is great. The people love it. There is no paradise to escape to, soy. Let me add in the soy. Where is I up to before Elite Ari so rudely interrupted? Hold on, now I gotta make the goddamn stream big again. Oh, I was up to nuanced character writing, whether or not I should make that a wonderful video. And then I think I should just do this meme. Because the last time I made a meme reference title was the second best character in Vinland Saga, which was a reference to my Vinland Saga tier list. It was also supposed to be a zeitgeist reference because obviously everybody would say Askeladd was the best character in Vinland Saga, and I agreed with that, and I wasn't going to say Arnid was the actual best character in Vinland Saga, so the second best thing was supposed to be funny, but it was like a waste of Bacon's editing to have a video titled that. But this one is a meme reference to my second most popular video, but again, it's like a Black Lagoon one. Would anybody that watches this even know it? It isn't hampered by that, though. I don't know. I would think about this. I used to brag about this, like, back in, like, 2019. I was like, I could write a Griffith, Casca, and Guts video that was longer than a novel. 100,000 words or something? Easy. So we'll see if we actually do it in that video. I want to make some sort of clickbait Farnese is better than everybody video. This is just an idea title and the Vandeminian one. But then also I've got the miscellaneous points that I want to, because sometimes you just have an epiphany about Berserk, and you have them all the time, chat. So you just got to jot them down and then eventually come up with a video to put them in, or figure out how to put them into any of these videos, and then you can slowly cross these off. This imagination one is what the video is, the one that I want to do. More thoughts on I Want Wings. See, all of these are like thoughts I've had before, but then forgot about, and then because we're thinking about Berserk a lot now, I just come back to them. What does I Want Wings mean? Is it just Griffith indulging his own arrogance? Is it him playing into his childlike characteristic to have a very childlike ambitious when everything else is stripped bare? Does it represent him believing he is better than everybody else to fly above them? Is it to become what he has symbolically been all along, the Falcon? To become the myth the man never could? Is it flying over the Kaiser? Oh my god, that's in the video. The last one is the most interesting one to me because it's also saying, or at least Griffith may believe that. Shut up, soy boy. I made these notes like yesterday, so. Is Griffith when he inevitably has a hard time? Oh, these are some of my pitching things where I just have great ideas for how Berserk should end. Is he going to call Guts his friend at the end because he's finally become his equal when he's like destroying Falconia and fucking his mother? That could be cool. Oh my god, Guts and Casca love each other. That's that point. A lot of Berserk is about self-sabotage. Oh yeah, this is just the Gambino point. And then I was having brainstorming because this piece of shit Elite RE is catching up in subscribers on his second channel. So I'm like, I got to get these subscribers back, you know. I got to be big-brained, and I got to destroy him with facts and logic. And so I was like, what do I make second channel content of? We got the shitty Chainsaw Man chapter views. Nobody cares about Chainsaw Man right now. House of the Dragon will get some views, but again, all of these videos have Elite RE in them, so that's not good. And then what do we got? The Vinland Saga chapter reviews. The people love the Vinland Saga chapter reviews, but Jockey Bacon's just jerking himself off all day and has no time to record. He wants to record Mushoku Tensei for Elite RE's channel instead. He's pathetic. We hate him. And then that's like it. I did a meme identity crisis video recently, and that actually did get like 120 views or something and more engagement than the Chainsaw Man one. I also used to do movie night on there, but nobody liked movie night at all. If I'd chosen better movies, it probably would have been better, but that's the case. Oh my god, I wanted to talk about movies. Let's watch all of the... I'm just like, because I'm addicted to YouTube Shorts now, sometimes I just see like Iron Man clips, and I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea what Iron Man is about. I know he fights fake Iron Man and that Bridges guy at the end. I know he gets kidnapped and has to put the thing in his heart. But other than that, I know he has a sex scene at the beginning of Iron Man, and I know Elon Musk is in it, and I know I Am Iron Man, and I know the post-credit scenes where Nick Fury pops out and says, "Let's make the Avengers, brother." That's all I know. And then Iron Man 2, there's like a car sequence, and then there's like a Falcon dude, and he's got like a thingy, and that's like that famous actor guy. It's not Sylvester Stallone, I don't think. I think it's another one. And then Iron Man 3 is like a terrorist guy, and he's not actually the bad guy, and then like the girl is bad at the end, and then there's a bunch of Iron Mans he's got to fight. But I don't remember these movies at all. Like, do I remember any of the Phase 1 movies? I remember liking Captain America the most. The first Avenger, that movie's sick. He wakes up at the end and it's the real life, and there's Bucky in it, and he kisses Natalie Dormer, and then there's the other sexy girl he's kissing that he leaves with at the end of Avengers or whatever, the last one. Spoiler alert. But I have absolutely no memory of Hulk. I have very vague memories of Thor breaking a mug and saying another, and then Hawkeye and Coulson being in it. From that great Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the meme, watch every Marvel movie in order, brother. Along with the TV shows or something someday. But I would definitely get bored after, like, Avengers 1. I don't give a fuck. Oh no, fucking Winter Soldiers after that, bro. We can watch that one. But anyway, that's some meme shit. That and Star Wars, apparently. We're turning into pop movie reviewers, and that's how we're going to get viewers on the secondary ENT channel. Not really. Also, Black Lagoon's going on my channel, but the people don't really like that one. We get some views, but not too many comments. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm doing Berserk shit right now. I should obviously do Berserk stuff on the second channel. Because it's interstice. Interactivity. It's, both channels are talking about the same thing. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm watching all these Berserk YouTube videos. Let me make this into a game where I try to figure out the top 10 best Berserk videos on YouTube. Now, obviously, I can't do this one until I watch all of them, which will take forever. And also, I can't do this until I've made at least a few Berserk videos myself, so I can be like, well, as an expert here, and then do that way. Oh my god, Elite, are you saying things? Is Elon Musk really in it? I think so, right? I wonder how many views Star Wars would get. Has high potential. Now, Alita is shitting on Mauler and getting views somehow. I shit on people all the time on secondary ENT and nobody pays attention. So we got to figure that out too. This one is an obvious idea. And, I will try to, like, either the day after, which is supposed to be Monday, or, like, a Monday night or something, if I get it out Monday morning. Not happening, chat. I should do the tier list, like, right away. Just redoing the Berserk tier list pre-reread, and then I can do a post-reread to double the views. The problem is there's not anything too controversial in my new Berserk tier list. I looked at a tier list and, like, put them on, and I'm like, I guess Isidro is pretty high. But, like, Griffith is high now, and I guess shitting on Judo or Serpico might get me some dislikes, but, it's just not the way it used to be. So that's an idea. But then we could do a bunch of them. There's not really any point in doing a redoing Attack on Titan one before a reread, because I already did 2 of them. And I don't know what else I would do that I'd have, like, any opinion change on. Like Mad Men, The Last of Us Part 2, there's like 10 characters. But anyway. Oh yeah, and then I was like, I could do little funny meme scripted videos where it's like, oh, I don't even know what this means. What is this from? I had an idea to do one of those for Devilman where it was like, who is the God Warrior dude from, like, the first chapter? That's crazy. But I really should think about secondary ENT ideas more. O'Leary does stream clips. I really never talk about anything interesting on stream. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Everything is just like consumption updates. Which is probably something we should do. We should probably do better streams. There's nothing else to do in life, chat. Oliari's not giving me any suggestions because he knows it's a pay-to-win game. His nonsense pedophile viewers are going to get him across the line. It's not fair. But don't worry, we'll retake the lead afterwards with the power of Berserk. Nobody cares about Mushoku Tensei. I could always do the Black Lagoon one after... after we finish rewatching that. In fact, I probably will do that. Should I make a note of that somewhere in a notepad? Should I have one over here that says secondary ENT video ideas? Black Lagoon. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll put a lot of thinking power into it. Now, I need Miller the Killer here. No, I really don't, because he's going to say it's a retarded idea, but Heath has decided to show up. Did you try asking ChatGPT what to do? No, that would be using Elite Ori's powers against him, and I have to win this war virtuously. Why didn't you become a culture war guy like Tyrone Magnus? True. Oh my god, Elite Ori, if you were here earlier, would have said that Tyrone Magnus has convinced me to be very excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, a film I will be watching. So get very excited for that. Deadpool's pretty cool. I should watch Deadpool 1 and 2 again, though. I have to figure out how I want to talk about movies again. Because I could just keep doing the movie night thing and just be like, oh, fuck it. Whenever we talk about movie, it's called movie night. I guess I could just do that. It doesn't feel right, but anyway. Will there be a review on secondary ENT? You best believe if I'm watching a goddamn video or a movie. But I'll probably watch the movies when I'm in New Zealand. Because why would I see a movie over here? Lame. Which is probably going to end up being like around July or something, which is when that goddamn movie comes out, so. We'll see. Do a slideshow with like 5 slides and a different picture on each. Why is Lita making fun of my my formative years like this? It's highly rude, frankly, and I don't like it. I did have notes at some point about a bunch of secondary ENT videos I should do, but they were all scripted ones, and that's not going to happen, idiot. Okay, time to talk about this great / retarded idea that's going to be this video. So spoiler alert for the video, you have to stay because it's going to change and it won't actually be a spoiler. So originally, remember Berserk, guys? Cast your minds back to Bersekr. You know, Berserk. It's a good idea, though. I'm full of them, Aliori. Especially this one. Get ready for this. So, Aliori had a whole stream segment last night about fucking animals. That's genius! I gotta think about stuff like that. Why isn't there a video on Secondary ENT of me ranking the Pokemon games? The only tier lists I've done are character ones. I should just schedule tier list every week, discussion video every week for Chainsaw Man, and then soon we're gonna have House of the Dragon, and then Vinland Saga every once in a while, and I should just rotate through a few of them or something. Anyway, there should be a discussion video. I could easily think of some shitty topic to discuss and put on Secondary ENT. I would note it out so it wasn't just rambling nonsense like this. I don't know. Heath's question marking. Why is he question marking? I know I spelt it wrong. It's not true, Heath. I was assessing whether character are human or not. It's not true. Oh, Heath is question marking the fucking of the animals. That is what Elidari was doing. He said he would not fuck Lola Bunny, so he's a lying, virtue signaling little pussy. We're going to do some Gamergate shit. That's going to be my first discussion video. Look forward to it. Now, ignoring all that, Berserk and corpses. Berserk's got corpses in it. That's the first line. Don't read all my funny jokes here, chat. They're not going to be funny on the paper, but they'll be funny when I say them, I promise. So, Elidari, Heath, this was the idea for this Berserk video. Berserk's corpse motif, Elidari, because I noticed this thing. Griffith, remember, he's got corpses, and he's walking on them to his dream, and this is a big metaphorical little moment with him and little Ubik. They're swinging around. Oh my god, it's so thematically poignant. It's the sacrifices of all his things, and then he's going to get wings instead of walking the rest of the way to put more corpses, and he only has to put a little bit more corpses, as in the guys that came here with him, his closest friends, even Gutsu, and then he's going to put him in the ground so he can fly to his goal and get all this power and do all these virtuous things because he's Griffith and he's cool. But he's still a little petty with him, and he rapes his girlfriend in front of him for no reason, and he also says, I want rings, real ominously, so it's probably not all altruistically, but we're ignoring that for now. So, oh my god, greatest metaphor of all time. I even have a joke in here about how all these lame things copied it. Everybody loves this motif. But then, I realized that Guts plays into this, because he tries to make Guts one of those corpses. And what does Guts do in Chapter 1? He arises from underneath the corpses to kill the Snake Baron. Because obviously, the whole story is about Griffith trying to walk over Guts and his little corpse crew, but he ain't going to get away with it, Chief, because Guts is going to rain out of the corpses and shoot that motherfucker out of the sky with his little arm cannon. Though he's not going to use the arm cannon because that didn't work. He's going to jump up and chop him up. Now, he's going to become a little dog man who can jump really far and catch the little flying bird before he reaches his castle. Or I guess after he's reaches the castle and he's going to destroy the castle. Anyway, you understand. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, and Guts comes out of the thing, and it was going to be like a one-page script, and at the end it was going to be like, beware of the man in the corpses, Griffith. He's going to kill you or something. And it's like, haha, Griffith thought. And this is metaphorical of the whole series, this silly corpse thing. Also, Guts was born from a corpse, and in the very first scene Griffith and Guts have, he pulls him out of a pile of corpses, only to try to put him back down, but then Guts would arise, and it wouldn't be like, he's not under your control anymore, Griffith. You look what the monster you created is going to kill you. A bunch of cool, interesting things like that. Oh my god, I'm so smart. But then I've somehow tied this into my greatest Berserk point ever, this imaginary point, that I think I was monologuing about in the Discord at some point. Now, this point is about... where is it? Because I like the way I wrote it. I think this resonates what we just talked about, thematically tying together some of the more obvious and abstract themes in Berserk. Berserk, plainly, is probably about overcoming trauma and learning to love and be loved again. Easily relatable. But Berserk also has this fascinating through line about imagination and collective unconscious. Oh my god, this also ties into the really famous Berserk video I did, so this is a genius idea. Oh my god, I'm so smart. When Fantasia becomes reality, that means, and it is said that humanity's imagination had become reality. The astral layer and the real world had fused. Thanks to Skull Knight being a big dumbo. It's going to be funny when I say it, chat, okay? It's not funny now, but it's going to be funny. It's not cringe. This is an idea Berserk seems to be fascinated with, realizing through magic the collective imagination and collective unconscious of humanity. This is obviously outlined in the cutout chapter with the idea of evil, which Griffith calls God when he meets it. It is the origin of the Bellhits and therefore the origin of the God Hand, the big bads of Berserk, and has invented fate. Now this sentence kind of goes nowhere, but true. The idea of evil is a god willed into existence by humanity's collective unconscious, playing off the idea in our world that a physical god does not exist, but humanity invented it as a convenient way to explain things and rationalize existential realities of existence. We call that based atheism. It's going to be funny in the video chat, I promise. But there it is. Berserk making the imaginary or the abstract philosophical idea real. Stories do this, to be honest. Make their metaphor something physical for the characters to overcome as an allegory, to try and create depth. Evangelion and A.T. Fields, etc. How this ties together is this whole demonic nonsense in Berserk is just suicidal people LARPing in order to cope with the world and their crumbling lives. All in all, avoiding dealing with their trauma. Oh my god, so true. This is the smartest thing I've ever written. Now, I had this idea a few weeks ago, but I never thought I would put it in this video. I thought I was going to make some big video about Berserk eventually. But the point is that Berserk is about imagination. And I'm probably going to explain it really bad if I keep reading, because all these ideas, I was just having ideas and writing them down, so this makes absolutely no sense. Not that everything has made sense so far. But what is an apostle, chat? An apostle is not a demon, but a person who now has demonic, in brackets, powers. Now, there's no actual demons in Berserk. All of the magical creatures in Berserk that are like natural, like the trolls, and the silly little seahorse that drowns you, or the ogres, or these are all like animal-like thingies that are just like generic fantasy things. And then we've got the more abstract little creatures, but they're just little creatures. They're not demons or whatever. And then there's also like the Kyushin things that seem demonic. Oh my god, see, it's down here, chat. I just pointed like you could see. But there's no actual demons or anything. Like, those are all human-made, all the demonic Kyushin forces. Diver makes all those, etc., etc. All the demons are just people and their transformations, right? And it's basically, the only reason the apostles look like that is because they're like imaginary, scary things, just like everything in Berserk, where it's like, oh, Fantasia's imagination come to life, where dragons didn't actually exist, but humans imagined dragons. Oh my god, what a band. And then, by fusing the astral layers, it's just like the idea of evil, they became reality, and now he's a fucking dragon. And like, Grumbeld is designed after a dragon because people have the idea of dragons in their heads, and they're like, oh my god, he's a fucking shitty dragon. Though dragons, you could get away with being like a magical creature that just generally exists, like trolls or whatever. Some of that other stuff, not really. But that's besides the point. The whole point here is that the whole way up is just copium. Like, the idea of evil is just people's imaginary copium that was made into a reality and able to give out demonic powers. The God Hand are just a bunch of little pussies who had a little cry, and then they wanted to kill themselves, and then they got the power through fate and the idea of evil. And apostles are even bigger pussies with even less power. So the whole way up, it's just a bunch of people. What are they doing, chat? Running away from their trauma. Which ties into the whole thematic point of Berserk and the whole point of Guts' character, which is overcoming trauma. Guts is a real boy. He didn't use no pussy way out to use his little Bahelit and get his little powers so he could go around torturing people to repress his trauma and never deal with it. Our man Guts, he worked through it. He's a real boy. And that's why, thematically, apostles and God Hand members and ideas of evil are bad, and Guts is cool and good. And Skull Knight's got to get over his shit, alright? We'll help him, though, and then he'll fade away and it'll be cool. Oh my god, I just tied it all together, chat. That's what the idea of evil is about. That's what the god hand is about. That's what the corpse motif is about, etc., etc. Wait, did I just come up with a contradiction and have to separate these two ideas? Because if Guts comes back... Well, I guess he's not really looking for revenge to get... to cut Griffith out of the sky anymore. It's just sort of a happenstance thing. Which is actually good, and that's why the meandering nature of Berserk pays off in the end, where Guts just wants to go his own way because he's given up on Griffith. But that Griffith prick comes back and tries to steal his girlfriend again. Oh my god, everything's falling into place. So this is my genius idea, chat. And also I had to add all this at like halftime of the footy games today. So I was writing all this out really quickly and then running back out to watch. And then I was like, fuck! I thought this video was basically drafted. But it ain't. But all in all, it shouldn't be much longer than like 3 or 4 pages. Now that I explained it good, let's see how I explained it in the text. Guts, a based individual, I promise it's going to be funny in the video chat, does not falsely cast away his humanity and run away from his trauma and how other people hurt him. He overcomes it. Yeah, makes good with his duty to Casca. Pushes through and rebuilds his life with a new group of companions, helping people as he goes. These apostles and God hands, too, pretend to throw away their humanity and LARP. I like calling them LARPers, chat, it's funny. As unfeeling monsters lashing out at the world, throwing temper tantrums because nobody was there for them when they needed it. All apostles were once human. They are not demons. In Berserk's world, demons do not exist. We have magical creatures in the world like trolls and ogres and that water horse thing. Hilarious. But these are naturalistic, animalistic creatures. We have the demon Kushan forces, but these are just created by human Kushan magic. So, see, this is a thing, chat. I gotta go back and figure out if that's actually true. And to do that, I gotta read some Millennium Falcon stuff, which is no good, but we're gonna do it anyway. The demons are just scary imaginary forms given to life by magic. Literally LARPing made magic, made real by magic. And then, then they're usually scary animals and a bunch of scary mouths and tentacles. These idiots don't have good imaginations. Oh my god, that's also me shitting on Kentaro Miura. That's hilarious. Fuck you, dude. Shouldn't have died. How do you become a demon utterly hopeless and yearn for a way out, usually verging on suicide? That's true. That's how they do it. Oh, and the whole point is obviously going to be, you can't walk away from your humanity, pussy. Because at the end, when the snake barrier is beaten down, he cries like a little human and says, please spare me, which is not what a demon should do. And then the Count gives in to his humanity when he loves his daughter still. And, hold on, let me think about Rosine here. She's doing something. But anyway, they're all like little humans in the end, and because you can't not be a human anymore, chat. You can't be no sociopathic person. You can't repress your feelings. You gotta face your feelings, and that's what Berserk is all about. Genius idea. Alito says it's a good idea, though. No, actually, that's what he said to something else. I don't know. Now I gotta work through all this. I need a Berserk person to see if I'm crazy or not. But Miller's just going to have some retarded opinion on it. Like, actually, no, I can't even think of a Miller opinion. You can't make it up. It's too authentic. My voice is sore. Why? Oh my god, we haven't even had the first battery warning. But this script has to be done by, like, tomorrow evening. I should just finish it tonight. I can't record it tonight because this is the recording time and I missed it. But there's no references to anything other than Berserk in this goddamn script, so that should be easy to edit at least. So we'll see, chat. We gotta do secondary ENT stuff and we gotta get this Berserk video out. I gotta work on this title too, because originally it was just Berserk and its corpse motif, but nobody's gonna click on that video. And this one's way too wordy, so we gotta shorten this goddamn title. Berserk's corpse motif and how it's representative of the whole story, and how it gives away Berserk's ending, and how it's thematically relevant. I gotta workshop this goddamn thing. You know, as you do. But anyway, Another thing was I was a little insecure, chat, that this video sucked and it was just repeating shit everybody had said and only had a slightly new little take on the end where I take the identity talk a little bit further. But this video is completely original and genius, and nobody has ever made this point before, and I'm just so smart and genius. So I'm much happier about putting this video out. Unless, oh my god, what a big brain move would it be if some random person was listening to the stream, made the video before I made it, because it might take me weeks, who knows, you know what I'm like, and gets it out before me, and I've just given it all away here on the stream. Now that would be truly crazy. Remove the apostrophe from its. Now that's what Minty would say if I sent him this and told me to give me feedback. He would just do a bunch of spelling corrections and then get mad when I get mad at him. Alita, you're just like Minty. You ever notice that? And it is, and how it is representative of the whole story. How it's... Wait, does that work too? I don't know, the apostrophe says I like it. If I can click it, no, that's a semicolon. That's an apostrophe. It's in the dark. The first it's. And it's, oh my goodness, Leo, you're so smart. Also, kill yourself. How about that? Fuck, I need a good title for this goddamn thing. All apostles are LARPing losers. No, but the beginning ties into the title and having corpse motif in it. But anyway, that's Berserk. What else do we have to do on the stream? What else is going on in the world of Pokemon? We love Pokemon here. Oh my god, Pokemon was right there. John Zerker makes Novaru cry an hour long, Elitery. Why am I getting Destiny fucking recommendations on this goddamn account too? What have I been doing? The Berserk Iceberg. Should we click on this and see what's on there and see if I know them all? These are always fun. Grammarly helps you get an A on your project, because you're a little retard. And the Grammarly will correct all your retardedness and make you feel like a normal boy. Oh my god, Elitery, this is the video you watched on stream. This better not be something where he goes through piece by piece. Oh my god, did you see that intro? It was just volume covers over and over again. And now there's an ad. And now, I'm sure I can find the image for me. Berserk Iceberg. I feel like it was using one of these images, but whatever these are, I'll do. No, go away, Reddit. Oh my god, why is there like multiple? Hey, I didn't mean to do that, but that's actually good. The films, the manga itself, the animes. Free Berserk manga sites. Oh my god, I know that one. Donovan jokes, I know that one. Idolmaster jokes, I know that one. Skullknight.net. I used to listen to the podcast a lot. Berserk Jerk is like the edgy Berserk subreddit. Griffith did nothing wrong. I've certainly heard of that one. Grasses. Oh my god, it's the intro theme. Put your grasses on. Anybody seen the edit where they edit grass? Oh my god, it's literally here. Is this hilarious? What the fuck? Something hit the goddamn car. I don't know what it was, chat. Oh, that's right. It is outside. Anything could have just happened, and I just looked around, and because it's complete darkness, but there's a light on me, chat, I'm gonna die. I was gonna say I'm gonna kill myself, but I might kill myself from fright. We've got the Flame Dragon Knight. Oh, should I look back? Oh my god, that's my favorite manga. Look back. The Flame Dragon Knight is the shitty light novel about that one dude, about Grumbeld. Serpico and Farnese are related. I did read the manga, I did know that. Mura's one photo, I've seen that one. Berserk Deluxe cost more per chapter. Oh my god. Censorship. Durankari, that's the other manga. Casca's skin color, it changes sometimes. The Idea of Evil, I've seen the thingy. Guts is German. I guess he could be German. Did Mura say that in an interview? I guess I didn't know that. Zod's horn size. 900 God Hand. I don't know. That might be like if you calculate how long the humans have been around or something. Crowdfunded Zod. pretty self-explanatory. Brand tattoos, certainly seen a lot of those. Mura is a pedo. Cyclet told me about that. 97 outtakes, I know about that one. Berserk takes place in an alternate reality Europe. No shit, Sherlock. Skull Knight is Future Guts. No, that's epic right there. Berserk versus Dark Souls. Mura has no clue what he is doing now. Oh my god. Permaband West level. I have no idea what that is. Geiseric is Skull Knight. Never thought of that one before. The Farnese blog. Don't know what that is. The anime was supposed to look terrible. Caucus Dabs. Edible Behelit. The Cushion is real. The video game. The Moonlight Boy is Guts Casker Griffith's child. Based. Void was the original God Hand. Maybe. Mura wanted to end Berserk's story earlier. Theresa will kill Guts. Now that's truly cool. Childish Gambino got his name from Berserk. Doomsday. Insert franchise is a ripoff of Berserk. Oh my god, I know a bunch of them. We see a bad perspective. Like, not an irrational narrator. What do you call those? Immoral narrator? What the? A narrator you can't trust. Manga cat glitch. Hey ninjas. That sounds like a racial slur. Three shirtless guts. The anime traced. No domestic cats. Chapter 83. Oh my god, I know about that one. The significance. Do you think that's on here just because of my video? You know, because I'm famous and stuff. The eclipse is Sabbath from another timeline/cycle. Apostle forms are based on unity something experiments. Left and right God hands. True. There's like another hand and it's the good guys. And it's like Guts and Skull Knight and Casca and Danan and Isidro because he's so cool. The Anapolologist shooter. There's a shooter that must have liked Berserk. Berserk live action commercial. I have heard about that. Berserk Guts X Goofy. Hilarious. Gaston is self-aware. Oh my god, I said that in my goddamn video. Significance of Berserk. Of 216, not Berserk 2016. Anyway, that wasn't too interesting. Oh my god, real world architecture. True. Lara Croft. Casca is Mura's type. World Tree Spiral, idea of evil helix. Oh my god. Deleted page. Hajime Isayama conviction orgy. What does that mean? I want to look that up. If I get banned, I don't care. Hajime. That's not how you spell it. Hajime Isayama conviction. What does this mean? Attack on Titan editor arrested for his wife's murder. 2017. Hold on. He loved Sasha so much. Chat. Oh no. Are Isayama's political meanings known? Attack on retards. This is great. Conviction. Berserk. Thought this was worth sharing. What if Kentaro Miura wrote Attack on Titan? Now that would be sick, brother. Earlier today, the editor of Hajime Isayama's popular Attack on Titan manga was arrested in connection to his wife's murder. Jang Hung Park sounds like a Korean guy. Uh-oh. Age 41 was taken into custody by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police officers for allegedly killing his wife after the 38-year-old woman was found dead last August. Up next, Attack on Titan Season 2 official teaser trailer released. That's sick. According to Sankey News, Park called authorities last year on the report that his wife had collapsed when officers arrived at the thingy. They found the dead wife prone and she underwent cardiopulmonary arrest. She fucking died, bro. Investigations into her death shortly began after the time Park's wife had shallow gashes on her forehead, but the police said that there was no noticeable trauma present that would explain her death. Later, an autopsy revealed that she had died from suffocation. Park changed his story regarding his wife passing once the cause of death was confirmed by saying she committed suicide. However, the police began a full investigation. Park's connection with Attack on Titan was that he was the editor-in-chief at Kodansha's Bisatsu Shonen magazine back in 2009. Oh, only at the beginning. This wasn't the one that liked Sasha. Everybody calm down. He was present during... Oh my god, this could be a secondary ENT cutout. I just need a face cam and to go in the corner like Chibi Reviews, and I could be like, Attack on Titan editor kills wife. He was present during the manga's launch, but Park has since cut ties with the franchise. Last June, he was moved to Weekly Morning and began working on the manga's editorial department. If you're not familiar with Attack on Titan, then you should know the Park was arranged for its intense action and gritty storylines. The manga and anime follows a boy named Eren Yeager. Let's chill Attack on Titan right now. This is sick. Bloodthirsty monsters. Oh, that's literally it. But as they grow older, they learn, well, that's pretty neat. I love comicbook.com. They seem very intelligent and wise. Typically, we need to learn about Attack on Retards here. A space dedicated to calling out disrespectful behavior and sins within the Attack on Titan fandom, which include manga spoilers and sensitive topics. I typically go and ask for stuff like this. Do you know anything about his political stances? With how politicized the manga was Mali arc onwards and inspired many IRL events. It was inspired by a lot of IRL events. We haven't gotten any genocides yet caused by Attack on Titan. I think that knowing Isayama's personal beliefs can help us understand the messages intended in the story. As someone who's done a decent amount of research into this topic, Alita, do you think there's any of your precious sources here? They sourced this dude for Pixis. It's kind of hard to get a handle on. If anybody has any solid evidence, I'm glad to hear it. Small corrections: the Twitter account has not been confirmed to be his own. His editor tweeted several times that Isayama only has a blog and doesn't even have a Twitter account. Oh my god. Hashtag Gabby Gang. He got charged, chat. That's a side end. This is wrong. Even there are lots of outlets online that spread this information. Oh my god. ANN has the details. Kodansha clarified Wednesday that while Pack was a morning assistant editor-in-chief and a part of the editing style, he was not directly in charge of Attack on Titans. Oh my god. I feel like that comic book thingy kind of said that. Doesn't look like you're getting any answers here. Discord server chat, you can all join it. Invitation to Jujitsu Retards. I love that one. I love that subreddit. Oh my god, that video probably has porn in it, I'm betting you. The way the haters were confident the ending would be hated only for them to get humbled. Okay, this is wild. That Attack on Retards likes the Oh, is this... Okay, it is specifically about Attack on Titan. Oh, it's Shingeki no Brain Cells now, chat. Alright, we had a vote. We thought Retards was not nice. But anyway, they like the ending here. Why do so many socialists hate AOT? I'm a socialist, and I love Attack on Titan. The things I hear about Mikasa. This meme hilariously got me a kill myself DM. And I sleep at night knowing that's a difference between the West and my favorite anime is an anti-war story that doesn't have lollies in it. True, there's no lollies in Attack on Titan, unlike Alidari's favorite show. Okay. Worst take you've heard? Oh my god, do you think they're going to mention anything I've ever said, chat? Oh my god, we're going flat. We can't investigate this any further. Thought this was worth sharing. Further explanation in comments. The scene where Casca meets Griffith has always stayed with me. I didn't realize it at the time, but I created a similar scene in Attack on Titan. I guess the Mikasa one? Where he's... It's a weird scene to be like... I guess because they were going to rape the little girl? Wait, that is true, and then she's in love with him? That's funny. Alright, no Casca boobs yet. Oh. Oh, and they are saying this one. And he does give her the knife, and she has to stab him. Okay, that's kind of cool. Any chat messages? No. Just Leroy correcting my grammar because he's so smart. And I should have asked ChatGPT, etc. Oh my god, stream went for 1 hour and 22. That's crazy. We've just got so much longevity. Typing in the dark is hard. Remember when I used to have a laptop with a light-up keyboard? That was sick back in the day. No, Bro almost typed out longevity. I think I did. I think it did come out with an L initially. Is L near K on the keyboard? I have no idea because I can't visualize that in my head. I can only touch type. Your subscriber can't enjoy the emote. I know, retard. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to see my chat. But anyway. Alita, you're going down, kid. It's time to say goodbye. Oh my god, Alita has subscribed. This is truly incredible. For 31 months. When am I getting another Twitch payout, huh? We'll never know. I might get a YouTube one this month too, because, you know, I exploded in popularity. No matter what Alita he beats me in, he has not beat me in top viewers of top video. And that's all that matters, in my book at least. Anyway, I have to leave now. The laptop is going flat. Fuck you.